What's up, y'all? We are here to talk about Red Rose, White Ceiling, the game, and why we will never see him on VH1 as a storyline for Evelyn and her daughter. Why his ex said that he broke her nose and hurt their kid. Why he lost everything behind some SA allegations. And why he's going broke. And then did y'all know that he tried to blame Tami Roman for the demise of him and his ex relationship? So we're going to get into all that about how he tried to drag Tami online and more. So let's get into it. This rabbit hole goes deep, y'all. I never knew that Tami was friends with Tiffney, the game's ex. Like, did y'all know they was friends? And they was like close friends? I had no idea. And it's funny because they're not friends anymore. I went to their little Instagrams and they ain't following each other. Because I'm like, okay, maybe that's why Tiffany's not friends with Evelyn no more, because she's, really close with Tami. But no, it doesn't seem like she's friends with Tami no more either. But I might know why. But first, let's talk about how we will never see the game on Basketball Wives with Evelyn and her daughter. We'll never see him on VH1, and how he has lost everything over this SA allegation. So back in 2015, the game had a reality show called She's Got Game. And on there, he was supposed to be dating chicks, like For the Love of Ray J. But something happened at the end of the season that they didn't even air. But I remember watching this show. And I remember on the episode, they showed a black screen. And they were like, oh, blah, 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 blah. We can't air this, right? I tried so hard to find the clip for y'all, and I can't find it. I even watched some of the episodes. I just can't find it. But anyways, they had went out to the club, and some shit went down at the club. And she says that he tried to put his hands up her skirt, and she was like, no. Then he lifted up her skirt and showed the whole crowd her punani in the club. And so on the episode, it just doesn't say what happened. It just said, oh, something happened. And it was like a black screen with the words. You know how when they can't show shit. So it was a black screen with the words like, whoop. She left. She's no longer on the show. It didn't say what happened. It said they couldn't air it, blah, blah, blah. Well, she sued their ass. She sued the game for sexual assault. And she said, that he violated her. He stuck his hands up her skirt. She had no underwear on. He touched her in places he shouldn't have no business touching her in. And they tried to get him to show up to court for this lawsuit for years and years and years. It was like 43 process servers tried to serve him, and he kept running. It was all over the media. He knew he was getting sued. He just didn't take it serious. He just did several interviews saying he would never pay her. I'll never pay her. I'll spend all my money before I pay her. But I want y'all to hear what he did to her, because he is fucking disgusting.
Everybody know that he sexually assaulted me.
What?
And...
Whoa.
And this is real. And he also attacked me, and this is caught on camera.
I want y'all to hear exactly what she said he did to her.
But what he did do is touch my pussy 3 times and told me, shut the fuck up before I eliminate you.
Let's not act like he didn't do this. Let's not act like, oh, the game wouldn't do that. She's lying for money. When we seen him do that years later to little young India, when he was well over 35 years old and she's 18. It was so egregious and he was so disrespectful that cameraman allegedly left the set.
And then pulled my dress up in front of a crowd of people in Chicago at a club with the lights on and people taking pictures.
Yo, $10 million. Wow.
And then attacked me to the point that 3 cameramen walked off set and quit because they got daughters and wives at home, and they said he's a piece of shit. Oh.
I've read the court documents. I watched the show in real time when it was happening. I remember watching that black screen pop up, explaining why she left the show and, that they couldn't air it. Something happened off camera. I wish I could find that clip, but it happened. And he thought he was going to get away with it. He thought, he don't respond to the court documents, nothing's going to happen to him. Look at him with little young India. Come on. A grown-ass man with a little 18-year-old sitting on his lap. Well over 35 years old.
You didn't know I got to see this footage, but I did. Get out my DMs. Is this an apology?
She shows that he even DM'd her an apology. This man got so pressed that she wouldn't give him no play that he tried to violate her and then tell her he didn't care. He'll just pay for it.
This man said, I'll choke the shit out you. And I said, then what? He said, I'll pay you. And this is on camera.
He is a foul-ass individual, and I ain't here for it. Okay, so now let's get back to 2025. And she's been chasing him for years. The lawyer's been chasing him for years. He's been avoiding going to court. He ain't responded to none of the process servers. He was running from every time a process server tried to come serve him. He was running. Then finally, they took away his label. All his label funds were redirected to her. Then they finally got his house. So this year, 2025, just so happened after they filmed Basketball Wives that they finally got a hold of his house, and the judge turned it over to Priscilla, said he must sell the house and all the funds go to Priscilla, right? Only after he starts losing everything does he finally try to go to court and say, oh, I didn't receive the paperwork. Oh, I didn't know. Tries to play the game. The judge is like, no, you didn't show up to court. You lost the judgment. And now you waited years. We've been trying to come after you for years. The show came out in 2015. It's 2025. You've been running for years. You've been doing interviews talking about how rich you are. Someone asked him in an interview, oh, they said you're worth 10 million. He said, 10 million? Please, I have a sneaker collection that's worth 2 million. I have this, I have that. Just went on and on about how he's so rich. And now, guess what happened? Now he's doing interviews talking about he's broke. This is rented, that is rented, because he wants that to be on record that he ain't got nothing. Because he's running from this lawsuit. Because you knew you were a piece of shit. You knew what was on that tape. You knew that VH1 had the footage. So you didn't want to go to court because you already knew you was going to lose the judgment, in my opinion. So what does he do then, y'all? He tries to sue Viacom. Viacom is the one who owns VH1. This is why we will never see the game on Basketball Wives. We will never see him on another VH1 show because he literally tried to sue them and blame them for him doing an essay against this girl. The game loses $20 million lawsuit against Viacom. He alleged he was not protected from a woman who later accused him of sexual A. It says last year it was reported that the game had filed a lawsuit against media giant Viacom for $20 million, suing for negligent misrepresentation, negligent infliction of emotional distress, and breach of fiduciary duty. The game blamed Viacom for not protecting him from Priscilla Rainey, a woman that was cast to be a love interest on VH1 reality TV show She's Got Game. Rainey claimed the game sexually aided her and sued him in 2015. The court ruled in her favor in 2016 and ordered him to pay $7.13 million. The game claimed in his lawsuit against Viacom that the company cast Rainey despite her violent and extensive arrest history and chose ratings over protecting him. Now a court has ruled that Viacom was not liable for the judgment and dismissed the case outright. They additionally denied him the opportunity to amend his complaint. Look, the game is a low-down, dirty womanizer, allegedly puts his hands on women, is appropriate with teenage girls, not even just random teenage girls like India, but he just is inappropriate. Look at how he acts around his own daughter. So these are some pictures with him and his daughter that I just don't like. I don't like her with her legs across him snuggled up in her neck, like him kissing. No, I just don't. Like, I have 3 daughters and I don't have no pictures of them with their dad like this. I'm a daughter. I don't have any pictures of me and my dad like this. Like, I can't get down with this. And anyone that says, oh, that's normal. Yeah, it will be normal if your dad doesn't date girls that are 18 years old. Then it will be normal. And this is what other people said. Pics are definitely giving boyfriend vibes. If I didn't know they were related, I'd assume they're boyfriend-girlfriend. Okay, same. The other person, I thought this was a couple pic, no lie. Same. The next person, lived with my dad 18 years and he would never pose for a pic with us like that. Not gonna put nothing on this man, but this is strange. That's all I'm saying. There is too many women in the world and you are a rapper that can pull bitches out the DM for you to be messing with a teenager as a 35-year-old. Okay, but let's just get into more of the game and how his ex said he broke her nose and just more things about him going in on Tami Roman, their connection, and how the game's just a shitty-ass person.
And then the game. Huh. But I heard he's pretty disrespectful. I heard he could be like really mean to girls, to women especially.
So back when the game and Tiffany were dating and they broke up, they were filming the reality show and nobody knew why they called off their engagement. They just broke up, right? Well, the game was all over social media blaming Tami Roman for it and talking to her so disgusting. And yeah, we're going to get into more of his disgusting ways. But he was talking to her all crazy on Instagram, calling her all kinds of bitches and stuff. Just take a look. Okay, so this is back in January 2014. Game blasts Tami Roman, blames reality star for his breakup with fiancée Tiffany Cambridge. Now look at what the hell he wrote to Tami in her comments under a picture of her and Tiffany. Okay, so this is the picture of her and Tiffany that Tami had posted. You see them sitting together at the bar on the right? That was the picture. He says, I hope you and that dyke bitch blue burn in hell for ruining my family. Y'all fucking with the wrong. You see what he said. Go ahead and block me and erase this bitch. This ain't gonna change nothing or stop what I'm about to do. Okay, sounds like threats to me. And just a couple months later, Tiffany gonna file domestic violence charges against him and allege that he broke her nose and injured her child. Yeah, we're gonna get into all that because for all y'all that be getting in my comments saying this is old. Yeah, it is old. But back in these years, I was out ruining my life, okay? So we talking about it now. Okay, so after that, Tiffany was asked about it in Madame Noir. What was your reaction when the game blamed your friend Tami Roman for destroying your family? She goes, I really didn't have a reaction to that because that wasn't true. When you're with someone for an extended period of time, you know how they react to situations. Jason is a person where he gets upset and kind of lashes out and rants. He goes on those tirades and stuff like that. He may say things that are not factual or true because he's upset in that particular moment. And that's just his personality. When he does things like that, it doesn't really affect me either way because I know how he is. He'll probably calm down, come off of it, and we'll move on. Okay, so shortly after this, mind you, this was in January that this happened. Shortly after this, she called the police on him. She had a domestic violence case against him, and she filed, what is it called when they can't come around you? He couldn't come 100 yards around her. What is that called? A restraining order. So let's go a couple months down the road and see why she called the police on the game. Sidebar. Okay, Evelyn was pregnant with her son. Her son was born March 2014. This stuff happened in 2014 when the game was posting about Tami, January 2014. So I'm wondering, like, were they all friends? I didn't know that Tami and Tiffany were close like this, but I wonder when Tami and Tiffany fell out. And I wonder, like, who did she fall out with first? Was it Evelyn or was it Tami? Like, I want to know because we didn't see Tami at this baby shower, although Shanice made it seem like everyone from VH1 was there. It's just interesting to me, okay? Okay, fast forward a couple months. April 2014, the game's fiancée Tiffany Cambridge alleges rapper broke her nose during domestic violence dispute. Rapper pins lengthy response. Okay, mind you, she was just defending this motherfucker for being violent towards her friend, threatening her on Instagram, but I digress. Alarming news for hip-hop couple The Game, real name Jason Taylor, and his fiancée Tiffany Cambridge. The 34-year-old rapper reality star is now the suspect in a felony. Hold on, wait a minute. He was 34 years old at the time in 2014. So he was older than 35 when he was in those pictures with India. I'm going to go back to that in a minute. But ill. Okay. The 34-year-old rapper reality star is now the suspect in felony domestic violence investigation after he allegedly beat up his fiancée during an argument. Member Jennifer said that he was a felon? Okay. Sources tell TMZ that last weekend Tiffany filed a police report. She alleges that on March 19th, the two got into an argument and things got violent. Sources close to Tiffany tell us Game hit Tiffany repeatedly in the face, injuring her eye socket and breaking her nose. Law enforcement sources say police took photos of her face. We're told the LA County Sheriff's Department has launched a criminal investigation. Okay, and I'm going to read this other article that they said about their police report later, which is crazier than just these first statements. Game's ex-fiancé alleges that the rapper broke a table in the process of their fight, which apparently injured both children, leaving his 3-year-old daughter with a bleeding leg. The documents then claim that when Cambridge tried to help their daughter, the game told her to move the fuck out the way, while simultaneously tearing her clothes and repeatedly hitting her torso with a closed fist. He is then said to have yelled, "I will end it all." She then says that the game refused to let them leave or call the police, telling his children that if the cops were called, both he and their mother would go to jail. Game denies all claims made by Cambridge. More information to come as it arrives. Okay, you all can Google this shit. It was on TMZ, the Jasmine brand. It was everywhere. But after this, not only does he deny it, but then he does bitch ass man shit, little boy shit, and goes on there and starts trying to lift up his other baby mom. It's just like, he's a childish little bitch, and I will never like this man again. After his release, he responded to Tiffany's allegations, writing, "I don't want to give fuel to these false accusations, but the truth will definitely come out. I'm always looking out for my children's safety and have never laid a hand on Tiffany. All I want is a chance to move on with my life and be allowed to be the father to my children. I have been since their births. Judge me as you may, but do know my heart and my intentions are pure." The game. Get the fuck out of here. Because if your intentions were pure, you wouldn't do all this gaslighting afterwards. Okay, so after he put out that bullshit ass statement, Tiffany goes, well, the article said, Cambridge posted a photo of what looked like to be a text message from someone. The text message was a Bible verse telling people to be still and allow God to work in your life. The text goes on to allude that the game will have to defend himself against the domestic violence allegations by his lonesome. So now look what Tiffany posted. God says, "Be still and know that I am God. Still waters run deep." He has to defend himself to the world, but there is no need for you to have to validate or justify you. God knows what happened, and the truth will prevail. Let patience have its perfect work. God says, "I will contend with him who contends with you." Isaiah 49:25. Okay, now look at the caption. Okay, it says, when Cambridge posted the photo on Instagram, she captioned the photo with, "All I need to see. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you to my family, friends, and supporters. Nothing more to be said or explained." Okay, so if this wasn't true, she would not have been posting that. She would not have been posting a text message saying that she don't need to defend him. God knows the truth. And then why would she go file a restraining order after that? Okay, so it goes, we reported last week that the game got into an argument that supposedly escalated into a physical altercation between him and Cambridge. Cambridge said the game broke her nose and bruised her eye socket. Because of that, a judge granted Tiffany Cambridge a restraining order that mandates the "how we do" rhymer, that's fucking stupid how they wrote that, stays 100 yards away at all times, pending court date later this month. Okay, so like I said, she got a restraining order. She said he broke her nose. She's posting shit on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and believe that this happened. Why the fuck would she lie? And then later in interviews, she is protecting him. They try to ask her about it later. And she's like, "I think whatever happens in the home needs to stay in the home. And I don't want to talk about it." So I don't know if she was scared of the game or what. But I don't know why she protected this man.
I still consider myself to be really private. And I think that things that happen in the house should stay in the house, so to speak.
Okay, so this is why I say the game is a petty ass, immature ass. When I get mad at you, I'm going to bring up my other baby mama to throw it in your face ass type of man. So look what the hell he did. While they was beefing and he's over there putting his hands on her, he over there posting his other baby mama. Last week, Game hinted that he and Tiffany were on the outs when he began posting photos of his other baby mama, who's the mother of his eldest son, Harlem. He shared a photo of her with the caption, "Baby mama, no drama. Every ninja need one of these." He also shared a Throwback Thursday of her reminiscing with the caption, "Throwback Thursday 2003 in Compton. Baby mama, 5 months pregnant with my firstborn. 2 years before the documentary dropped. No Dr. Dre, no money, just the determination to become a millionaire before he was born so that I could take care of him and his mama the right way. Stop selling dope for a minute and taught myself how to rap. Went through some tough times." Then this motherfucker gonna say, "Shit, I remember when my baby mama used to split her $150 hot dog on a stick check with me." Now, why the fuck is she working and splitting her check with you? Make it make sense. Seems like it was just yesterday. Now my little man about to be 11 years old. Where the fuck does time go? Always remember, start living your dream today or end up helping someone else live theirs. So you help Tiffany become a school teacher? Please tell me that. The game truly is a grimy ass Mitch, okay? He's a grimy ass Mitch. Get mad at your baby mama, want to praise your other baby mama. And I don't know why the fuck Tiffany has this blind loyalty to him. Like, I understand they could have had a cool relationship over the years and, forget tough times. But I ain't going on Instagram singing his praises, acting like he the best BD in the world. Sorry, ain't gonna happen. So this Father's Day, she wrote, I want to give a big hug, shout out, and heartfelt thank you on Father's Day to my very own personal baby's daddy, Mr. Jason, my voice Taylor. First of all, he ain't just your baby daddy. He's the street's baby daddy at this point. For 20 years, you have consistently taken care of me and my children. You have been a wonderful, nurturing father to them. You have given them an abundance of love, support, and encouragement, and you've made sure that they have had every single thing that they have ever wanted or needed. But the thing I want you to know this Father's Day, the thing I appreciate the most is that you truly have given us the best part of yourself. Everything aside, we know the real you, the special you, the best part of who you are, and that, my dear, is irreplaceable. I ain't even reading this shit no more because I cannot. The way you put in this non-rapping ass red rose white ceiling.
Red rose white ceiling. Red rose white ceiling. Hey yo, red rose white ceiling. I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, you know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. You know, I ain't freestyling in a minute. Let me see. Let's check it. Look, red rose white ceiling.
You gets no love from me on Father's Day. Sorry.
Eminem's better than me.
So what you saying right
He
now?
not. Yeah. 50 can't rap.
I don't like him at all. Like, cause he's a sucker.
I watch last 2 weeks that Drake did for me my whole career.
The Game is so delusional. He thinks he's a better rapper than Eminem. He said 50 Cent can't rap after 50 Cent wrote all their raps that they had songs together. Then he goes on stage and says, fuck Jay-Z, fuck Dr. Dre. There's multiple videos of it. Go look it up. Then he starts singing praises about Kanye. He goes on Drink Champs and says, Kanye did more for me in the last 2 weeks than Dr. Dre ever did for my career. The only reason why we know you and we liked you was because the documentary done by Dr. Dre. That was the hardest album. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. I loved The Game at that time. But then he started being weird, getting into a G unit, and he just fucking went downhill after that. But after he sung great praises about Kanye doing so much for his career, then he starts dissing him on Twitter after Kanye gave his broke ass 2 Maybachs. So it all started when Kanye said on Twitter, why the game who I gave 2 Maybachs to is showing love to top 5, who calls threatening to, you see the word, to off him. Well, I guess I'm not going to be executive producing that album anymore. And why the fuck would he? You want to hang out with my op? After I threw your ass a bone and gave your broke ass 2 Maybachs, I wish I would. And then the Game goes on Twitter crying. Then he starts tweeting, crying, F you, Ayo Maybachs. I'll be back in LA in a week. Come get him yourself. I ain't never asked your weird ass for nothing. And when you gave me the cars, I said you ain't have to. And I was good, but you insistent. What type of man is going to accept some cars from another man? I'm going to tell you, a broke ass man. That's who. But yeah, that's all I got about the Game. I just want to know one thing. Why is Evelyn proud that this is her grandson's father? Because remember when Basketball Wives came back and that first episode, she was like, life is crazy, you know, I can't believe I'm the Game's baby's grandma. Like, you can't believe it? Because this ain't no fucking achievement. Not Miss, oh, I'm against domestic violence. That's kind of insane to me. But yeah, I want to hear what y'all think down in the comments below. Did y'all remember that the Game tried to get at Tami and try to blame her for breaking up their relationship? And who's he calling a lesbian? Is he calling his girl? Is he calling Tami? I'm confused. Who's he calling a lesbian? And I want to know, do y'all think the Game is a weirdo? Or do you think like, oh, he's made some mistakes, but who cares? Tell me what y'all think down in the comments below. Please like the video, comment, talk shit, talk to me and I'll talk back. Please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Put your notification bells on, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.